How to reject your service provider. All right, guys, before we get into this, hit the like button. It helps this channel. It helps push it out there to other people. Subscribe. Hit the bell. It's going to be, I think, over here. Maybe over here. I don't know. But hit the bell. Get the notification once you subscribe so you know when these new videos are coming up, because we're going to talk about relevant things that you're going to really want to get in on. And I want to share all of this with you. So today, how to reject your service provider. I know this will hit home with anyone that is watching this video. This is a totally uncut, unthought about. I'm gonna start talking and I'm just gonna go with whatever I say. But I know everyone that's watching this has done a million estimates, has went out to look at that lawn, went out to look at that bush to trim, went out to look at all of these things. They've put together an estimate, they've spent time, and you couldn't get a response, whether yes or no, on an estimate. You followed up, you've done your homework, done your due diligence, done everything you thought you could do. Thought you had a job sold when you met a person, and then never heard anything again. And this video is really about all those times. Because if you're anything like me, I'm huge into sales. I love sales. Sales is what drives your business. If you have no sales, you have no jobs, you have nothing else. You don't have to worry about expenses you don't have to worry about expenses and income if you have no sales in general, because it doesn't matter what you have to pay. If you don't have anything coming in, there is no money to pay anything else, no money to pay yourself, or no money to pay employees. And that's why it's such a passion for me. And that's why I get so frustrated when we go out, we do an estimate, and of course we want to sell it. Of course we want the job. You know, of course when we see this stuff, we want to do the work. But the best thing anyone can do is if they found another provider, if they were shopping for price, if they were not really loving what you had to say, be honest about it. Tell us. Everyone wants to know what the end of this conversation was. No one is going to be mad for anyone shopping prices. No one is going to be mad for someone going with a competitor. No one is going to. Some people might be mad if they really thought they had exactly what you wanted and you were just way off base. I mean, that's not fun, but I would rather know than not know, because the common thing, and I think, and maybe it is for us because we are so good at following up. We always follow up on everything. We call, even if we're just leaving voicemails. I mean, basically we just keep doing it forever because we want an answer. You know, I tell the office that I want to know yes or no. I want a reason that estimate is closed so it can be closed. It is either going to be won or it's going to be lost, and I want to know why we've lost it or why we won it. And with that being said, you know, there's so many estimates you get where someone never calls you back, and I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, people don't really want to tell you, or they don't want you to feel bad. And honestly, I think I'm speaking for a lot of contractors out there. I feel worse when someone won't even tell me no, we don't want your service. Because there are so many times where I just want someone to say no, so I stop following up. So I move on to something else. So I quit burning the energy for this specific thing. And it's not like anybody's not worth the time. People are definitely worth the time. I think as a contractor, all I want is, I know a lot of guys and gals, and my wife told me to never say gal in any of these videos. If anybody thinks that's funny and sees this part, you know, I don't know why I say gals. Maybe I'm a country boy. I don't know. Girls, women, whatever. Everyone, you know. I think everyone just wants to know what the end thing is. Are you going to take it or are you not going to take it? Are you not interested in this service? Was this more than you wanted to spend? You don't even have to tell us why. Just say no so we can close it out. And we don't feel like, man, why did I drop the ball? How did I drop the ball on this person and not give them what they needed? Not give them the certainty in this project, not meet their expectations, whatever that is. So, with all this being said, guys and gals, I'm gonna catch so much flack for this, but with all this being said, the way, you know, this video is about how to let down your service provider, how to, you know, reject a service provider. Make it cut and dry. Don't just stop answering the phone. Just tell them, hey, I don't want your service. I don't need your service at this time. I found someone else I want to use. It's so wild that out of 10 estimates that no one ever, you know, out of 10 estimates that are lost or eventually marked lost, 2 of them, people tell you, I don't want to go with you. You were too expensive. And then the rest, people just don't answer. I don't know if it's they just save your phone number and then they just don't answer your office anymore, but I know that's probably one of our biggest frustrations. I know that's speaking for a lot of people on here. So everyone that's watching this, that's a customer, we're all cool with, we're all good with it not being right fit. You know, not every customer is a right fit for a company. Not every company is a right fit for a customer. And I think everyone just wants to know, and clarity is such a big deal, and clear communication is such a big deal. Now on the flip side of this, the guys that are out there, everyone that's out there that is dealing with sending these estimates, you put your heart and soul into this. You care about this probably way too much, just like me. I get upset if a customer's upset, I'm upset. If an employee's upset, I'm upset. You know, if the job doesn't go smooth, I'm upset. You know, we ride the highs and the lows of these businesses. We are the business. You can't help it. When you're obsessed, when you're in your business 100%, you know, when the business goes up, you're up. When the business goes down, you're down. And that's why we drive them so well, and that's why they grow, and that's why they usually resemble an owner. You know, if your owner is mild, timid, not outgoing, it's usually probably a slow growing business that is not getting out there and is not doing much stuff. If your guy is audacious and out there and loud and ridiculous, your business is probably doing the exact same thing and making the exact same impression. And so when you're in that, and when you're feeling this, and when you're trying to grow your business, and you are just estimating and meeting people and spending your time and spending the time away from your family to try to keep your employees busy, to try to keep your life growing, to try to keep your business growing, don't do what you can to not let people not getting back with you and not telling you what the status is of these things get to you. The real goal as a person that's selling stuff is you need to be focusing on keeping so many things going. I mean, you need to have like 100 people you're working on estimates for. So when someone stops answering or someone never gets back to you, you can just be like, okay, that's one less person that at this time I've got to get back to. Then you don't feel let down. You know, it's really, really painful when there's 3 people that you're just like, ah, man, I really, really need one of these jobs. It's really painful when there's 3 of them and they all stop calling, all stop answering. It's much, much easier when you've got a full pipeline. Things are booming for you. It takes that ebb and flow out of you feeling the business going up and down. It takes that ebb and flow out of the business going up and down. And that's the really true way to deal with this, is to get the flow, the pipeline of the sales you're working in be pouring so heavily that doesn't affect you. So with all this being said, the big takeaways that I get from when I talk about something like this, the big things that would make a huge difference is something as simple as, I propose something that you just don't want. This is to the customer. Just let me know. Or critique me on what I can give you better, because I know if you're out there and you care, you're 100% devoted to what you're doing, and you want to give everyone everything you can. You want satisfied customers. You go above and beyond, even when something's screwed up. Things are going to be screwed up, guys. You're going to have screwed up stuff. Employees are going to screw up stuff. You're going to forget stuff. It's going to be messed up. It's going to happen. But so customers think about that. That's how a lot of these contractors are thinking. And just say, if you don't want it, you don't want it. Or critique it if they're kind of off base on something. You know, hey, like, I want arborvitaes. No, I don't want this big tall cylinder green thing. I don't really like that. I would rather have a small native looking plant, or grasses, or whatever. You know, critique them on what you want, or just let them go and be cut and dry about it. And then that would free them up to not feel bad. And then it's a quick little, it's like a peel of a Band-Aid. Oh no, they don't want the service. Band-Aid peeled. Everybody's getting better. people out there that are watching this, that are doing the estimating, that are running the businesses, that their life literally goes up and down with the sales and the not many sales, and the business being cool and the business not being so cool. Realize that it's always going to ebb and flow. Realize that people are going to love and are going to hate some of your ideas. Realize that some people will just never get back to you because that's their way of, they can't afford it, or you didn't have the right idea. Just realize that, and try to understand that it's a process. It takes all kinds. Then it's all going to be okay. And guys, if somebody watched to the end, and we're at the end of this video, and it kind of feels like I've been rambling, but it hits home. You know, we got 3 people in the office actively selling, with 1 person following up on all this stuff. And all of us are always talking about, like, man, why can't someone just say no? Just say no, you know? So if you watch to the end of this and you've had this scenario and you realize that, you know, man, he is talking about something that just hits home, comment, say, hey, I'm a contractor, I'm a business owner, I'm a salesperson for a business. I don't care what the business is. I can't stand when this happens. It's hard, it's challenging, and it makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Guys, gals, everyone else that watches this, thanks for joining in. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.